Trisha? I'm just trying to figure out I got your message about something. I talked to you earlier. You didn't say anything else. I'm just trying to I'm confused at what you want me to do, what's going on. You talked to me, now you want to talk to me again.
Well, you sent me that message saying I don't know what you want from me, so.
Yes, because my child couldn't leave. I couldn't go home. I don't have anywhere to sleep. I just don't understand.
Well, I'm sorry. I mean, that sort of kind of came out of left field for me. All I'm trying to do is gather information to find Gannon.
I don't understand what you mean came out of left field. My own child could not leave. So how is that out of left field?
What do you mean your child couldn't leave?
She was trying to go to Starbucks and was left there and forced to stay there with men in and out of the home by herself.
Okay, I don't know what happened at your home. I know that she was offered the opportunity to come into the office and she didn't want to, so she didn't go into the office.
But what does she need to go in the office for? She can't go get food. She can't go get coffee and had to be asked why she gets coffee. Either Starbucks app to see that she gets coffee like every day. Hello.
Is there anything more that you might be able to share with me to help me find Gannon?
Just give me this.
Where are you now?
You keep asking me this over and over and over.
Where are you now?
I'm not going in to talk to you without an attorney when you already talked to me earlier.
Okay, that's perfectly fine.
But I just don't understand what's going on.
Do you have anything, any further information to give me that may help me find Gannon? Any new developments, new information?
I told you this.
Okay. Well then, I'm going to go ahead and end the conversation then, because we've already spoken.
Okay, so why do you keep saying because someone came and looking for me, wanting me to go talk to them, so now it's you. So I'm trying to figure out what's going on.
You and I have already spoken. If you don't want to come in to speak with me at the office, that's completely fine.
Okay, but why was someone?
I don't know. And so what I'm saying at this point in time, Letecia, is if you don't have any other information for me to actively look through to find Gannon, there's no point in me continuing this conversation. I need to get off the phone here and start working on leads and developments.
Okay.
All right, thanks.
So, first of all, where were you when you got that FaceTime call?
I was in the sheriff's office.
The other noises that you can sort of hear in the background, do you know what those other noises were?
To me, if I remember correctly, it sounded like windshield wipers on a car.
Okay, making that weird moaning sound?
Yes, they were rhythmic.
Okay. The sounds like potentially her demeanor is a little bit different than what was happening at Starbucks. How would you describe that?
She was angry with me.
And angry because of the idea of trying to get her down and talk to you at the sheriff's office?
I'm not exactly sure why she was angry with me, but she was angry with me.
What was your goal? What were you trying to achieve as you're accepting this FaceTime call from her?
I thought that maybe she had additional information for me to follow up on so I could find Gannon.
And did she resist that, giving you additional information that might help find Gannon?
Yes.
Besides the fact that she's expressing anger, did she have a consistent personality with what you had experienced in a previous phone call and at Starbucks.
Yes.
There was reference made by her that she wasn't going to come down and talk to you at the sheriff's office unless she had an attorney.
Correct.
Did that indicate that she had a good understanding of what her rights might be if she does come down?
Yes.
Object to speculation.
What was your answer?
Yes.
And then did you, basically throughout that night, early morning hours, were you getting text messages from the defendant?
Yes, I was.
What was the nature of those text messages?
A lot of them were about her, focused around her. I kept asking her to come in to talk to me if she had any additional information for me. And eventually, in the early morning hours of the 29th, she gave me a story that she needed to talk to me. She was asking for a friend if we released information to the media. I told her we did not. She said something that had happened to her and she couldn't tell me around Albert because he would be mad and would become violent. And I ultimately arranged an interview for her, which was supposed to start at 10 o'clock at the sheriff's office on that Wednesday.
10 o'clock a.m.?
Yes.
Okay. Was it odd to you, as you're describing those text messages, the early text messages, that the focus from her perspective was on her as opposed to finding Gannon?
Absolutely, yes.
Why was that odd?
In my experience, investigating other crimes and investigating other missing children, the parents are always willing to give me whatever information they can to find their child. And I've never experienced a parent being concerned about their own well-being or welfare while their child is missing.
In those text messages, did she also describe injuries that Gannon had suffered?
Yes.
What were those?
She said that he had blood on him.
Did she say from cuts?
Yes.
Did she also describe burns?
Yes.
Did she deflect any cause of those injuries away from herself?
Yes.
Did she in fact say that she did not hurt Gannon?
She did.
At that stage of the investigation, was that an odd development that she's now indicating that he was hurt, but she didn't hurt him?
Yes.
In what way?
Most times, if you don't know what happened to somebody, you wouldn't put yourself out there to say that you didn't do something to that person.
So you mentioned that you arranged in these text messages to have the defendant show up for an interview at the sheriff's office at 10 a.m. on January 29th, which would be Wednesday. Did she show up at 10 a.m.?
She did not.
Were you able to have any contact with her around that time frame to indicate where she might be or why she wasn't there?
I did text her, yes.
Did you get any responses?
She eventually did respond to me and told me that she had to put measures in place because she was her daughter was being stalked and her family was receiving death threats. And so she wasn't able to come in until she got those things taken care of.
Was there any indication, in the investigation, that either her or her daughter was actually receiving death threats?
No.